lesson today is we are going to add 2 more methods for proving triangles congruent. On that green sheet that you completed for me, you already know side, side, side. You already know side, angle, side, and hypotenuse lake. Okay. So now we're going to add 2 more. The first one we're going to add, we're going to call angle, side, angle. So essentially, you have 2 angles and an included side. So notice how the side is in between the 2 congruent angles. Like hold the black part, like the catcher part while you do it. So Aaron Liddy has discovered that sometimes the pencil sharpener catcher does not get clicked in. So if you hold it, it'll work. I don't know. Thank you, Aaron Liddy. Okay. I know, it's been trying to snow all morning. All right. Could you please draw this picture for me?
This one.
Okay. Do we have enough information to say, hey, these 2 triangles are congruent? Why? Try again. But I only see 2 angles. Alex?
Wait. So only see 2 angles because it is because they share a side.
Okay, we share a side, so if we were writing the proof, what property are we using?
Reflexive.
The reflexive property. I'm pretty sure on that green worksheet I just handed back to you, you had to use the reflexive property on 2, if not all 3 of those proofs. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, so why wouldn't it be like angle, angle, angle?
Oh, ooh, that's a really good question. Sydney asked, why would it not be angle, angle, angle? Let me show you. So I'm going to draw a triangle here. I'm going to draw a triangle, and it's going to make a triangle. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, same triangle, right? Okay. What's true about the angles of this triangle? They are all correspondingly congruent. But are these 2 triangles the same size? No. It is not enough information to have 3 congruent angles. 3 congruent angles means that our triangles could be proportional. They could be congruent, but we don't have enough to go on for that. So we do have to have a side thrown in there. Okay? I like where your head's at though, Sydney. Okay? Okay? Draw that picture for me. What do those arrows mean? Parallel. Wouldn't it be cool if it was snowing like it was last night in Buffalo? Right?
Hey, was it a snow day like?
Yeah.
Was it like?
Yeah.
I went to the Vikings game yesterday.
You were. Nice.
This is so cute.
And it was a great game.
And I was at the Wild game.
All right, here we go. Now, when we have parallel lines, they can give us some information about angles. Okay? I would say you need to look for alternate, interior, or corresponding. Now, if you can create a Z with parallel line, transversal, parallel line, then you have alternate interior angles that are congruent. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that these two are congruent. But don't we have two sets of parallel lines? So if I draw parallel line, transversal, parallel line, we have another set. Anything else I can mark?
The middle thing.
Daniel? The side that they both share. So these are congruent. Angle, side, angle. We have two angles and an included side. Now I'm making a big deal about the included side because the last way we can prove triangles congruent is with angle, angle, side. So two angles and a non-included side. Okay, so I want you to notice in this picture, I don't know what has gotten into you today, but let's listen. Notice how we have angle, angle, side is not in between. Okay, this side is not included in the angles. Okay, so let me give you a couple of these to draw.
So draw a W. Oh, yeah, they did.
Hey, look at that.
Draw V. So wait, watch.
Basically two V's. Are you really complaining that I'm making you draw?
There's only two. Yeah. Does it look like it looks like a butterfly? Look, do you see my butterfly?
Okay, Chase, I feel like you're not on task right now.
I'm very on task. Are you sure, Terry?
Close this so you can focus on our notes. And get your student journal out. Now, is there anything that I can mark to help us out, Micah? Ooh, thank you for using that vocabulary too. We have vertical angles right here. So notice how I have two sets of congruent angles and a congruent side. But is the side in between the angles? So this is angle, angle, side. It is important that you put the S in the correct place. What? Okay.
Wait.
I mean, if you do side, angle, angle, yeah.
Well, you said put the S in the right place.
So don't put it in between the A's.
Okay.
Avery.
You can wait. You can say
Ah.
Get it?
Yes. What? Hey guys, I can't hear.
ASS wouldn't work if ASA didn't work.
Okay, say that again.
Well, yeah. Because,
Like these two?
Yeah, like this is it. The
Mm-hmm.
only reason this would work is because it uses
Yes.
that.
Pretty much, yes. Okay, if two angles are congruent in a triangle, what has to be true about the third? They're congruent. Okay. All right, so let's turn 2 pages. I want you to go to this proof right here.
I was on the wrong page one time.
Whoops. All right. So it says that AC bisects angle DAB and, thank you. Oh, that was like in unison there. And angle DCB. Okay. So, just like in the proofs that you had on your green sheet, when we are proving triangles congruent, you need 3 important statements, okay? Whether they're 2 angles in a side, 3 sides, 2 sides with the included angle, or maybe it's a right triangle, hypotenuse, and leg. But there is always 3 pieces of information that have to be in your statements. Okay? Does our given directly give us any one of the 3? Sorry. Yes.
Oh, it gives us.
Does it directly give us congruent angles or congruent sides? No, but we need to use it. Okay? So, Hayden, how do we need to use it? You had an idea. Okay, so angle BAC is congruent to angle DAC because of the definition of bisect. How do you feel about that? Is he correct? So we just wrote that in right here. So I'm going to write a little A next to it so I remember that that is an angle statement. Okay. Is that the only thing that we can write using the given? Oh, what other 2 angles can we throw in there?
Well, more than angle, I was going to do AC congruent to AC.
Okay, so I'm going to skip down. We do know that AC is congruent to AC because of the reflexive property. Okay, so I'll mark that in. Okay, but notice how this is an angle bisector for 2 different angles. So we can write another statement. So if AC bisects DCB, okay, then we can say angle, what? I would not say ABC.
Oh, sorry.
BCA and
Oh, you're saying that one.
DCA. Again, definition of bisect we have to use twice. Hey, now, when we write our proof, our 3 things don't necessarily have to be in the order they're in the picture. I know I see an A and then an A and then an S, but in the picture, what is it?
ABC.
Side angle. Oh, I thought you meant my bad. Angle side angle.
Probably not that.
Angle, side, angle? Okay, so that's going to be our last reason. And then we know what this is. Like Avery was saying, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADC. Yeah?
I thought you said ABC twice.
Ah.
I thought we were doing angle side.
Well, we're doing both. This one is angle side angle because the side is in between the angles. Do you see what I mean there? Okay. Right. I need you to turn in your folders to page 6. Is that what page it was? Cameron, now something off your shoulder. Page 6. Okay. On page 6, you see something like this. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to ask, don't worry about like triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. The only thing I want you to do is write a yes or no, and if it's yes, then give me SSS. Any of these up here. Okay? So yes or no, hypotenuse leg could be there. Okay? Yes or no, and tell me why. I'm going to give you, I'll give you like 3 to 5 minutes to work with your elbow partner and figure out who's congruent and why. Number 1 is not hypotenuse leg. Because the hypotenuses aren't even congruent, people.
Basically, the hypotenuse has to be.
So let's have 6.
Well, hear me out now on this one. Oh, yeah. I remember
This one is also This one is side, angle side.
that's the exact same thing.
What is number 8?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Okay, cool.
We're on 6. Working on it.
What is?
Is this the homework?
Yeah, but
No.
number 6.
Side.
Ooh. English heading. I think so.
So since these two aren't congruent, then these lines are parallel.
No, but I bet.
They're still congruent though. I can't put
I think there's a total of 5, not possible.
that doesn't make sense.
Out of this
No, this is but this is a big nerd.
It is. It's 61.
No.
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 These two are connected.
I mean, you know that. And you know that.
Opposite side is
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Stop.
Is 11 no? I don't feel like we have enough information. No, there's a Z. So it shows that C and T are equal. This down here from these parallel lines, these two are equal. So I can say all of
Fine, figure out what it is now.
No! The answer's no.
Okay, when my clock says 11:20, we're gonna talk about these.
It's side equals side, or no, it's side.
No, side equals side.
That way it goes side. Look, that's an angle and a side.
But that's a side, that's a side, that's a side.
But they're not all the same.
Look, side, side, side. Look, these two are consistent.
You think angle side angle?
You put yours down, not behind them.
Not Asian. My Asian. Yes.
Doing math, you can see it.
We will have
So you have to wait
Say no to drugs.
Seriously.
I dare you if you stop flip across.
All right, let's talk about these. All right, Nolan, what do you have for number one? Angle, side, angle. It amazes me that we still have people talking. Angle, side, angle. Any issues with that?
No.
The hypotenuses are not congruent. Okay. Number 2, Daniel, what do you have?
For number 2, I have side, angle, side.
All right, we have the shared side, and that angle is in between, so we're good. All right. Ty, what about number 3? Side, side, side. We have this guy right here. Now, I just want to go over this because we had a little bit of trouble on that green worksheet. So if I call this triangle A, B, C, what do I have to call the other one?
CKA.
C-K-A. Okay. A and C correspond with each other in each of the triangles, all right? All right. Number 4, Avery, what you got? All right. I know this is a right triangle, but the hypotenuses aren't congruent. We have side, angle, side. Okay. Chase, what about number 5? You don't. Okay. I see 2 sets of sides congruent. Do you see anything else that we can mark as congruent?
The base angles.
Oh.
Because their legs so
Which means what?
the top one is like also congruent.
So we can say angle, angle, side. Boom, roasted. I missed that one too.
Oh, we still put
I still put that.
Since those are isosceles triangles, the base angles have to be congruent.
Because I didn't
Yes.
even think about that until just now.
Oh, shoot. Guys, this is still no. Whew. Thank you. Because we don't know that they're the same. Thank you, Aaron Letty. Whew. Yep. All right. So it's still no. All right. Number 6. I know that we have.
No.
I know that we share a side, but are these congruent? No, we don't say bad words in math class.
No.
All right. Natalie, how are these 2 congruent? In number 7, we have vertical angles. So we have side, angle, side.
Number 8 is the same.
Number 8 is the same? We don't say bad words in math class. Do you see how the angle is not in between our sides? This is ASS, and we don't do that. Okay, now in number 9, what is this mystery angle right here?
59.
Okay, this is 59.
And the other one's 61.
Okay, so what's true?
Side, angle, side.
Angle, side, angle.
Yeah, same thing.
Not the same thing. Not even close to the same thing.
Yeah, I wrote that. See?
Wait, what is it?
Yeah, it's it.
Okay,
We even know that because we wrote that down.
now, does number 10 look familiar? Number 10 is exactly what we did in our notes with our parallel line, transversal parallel line. Now, I had you all up in your head about alternate interior angles, but alternate interior angles do not help you with this one. What kind of angles help you here? We have corresponding angles here. And then we have corresponding angles here. So this is angle side angle because of our corresponding angles being congruent.
side because they're parallel?
But you don't.
Parallel sides don't have to be congruent on.
Parallel means parallel and congruent means congruent, but we can't assume one or the other.
Not about.
Okay? All right. Thank you.
What is that?
Done ya? Aaron, are these two triangles congruent in number 12? Okay, Aaron says that these are not congruent. Shh. We can talk about alternate interior angles. We can talk about vertical angles, but we have nothing about the sides. So we can't assume that these are congruent. Okay, what about number 13? Okay,
Side angle side.
here are our angles, and here's the side. Don't you think that the angle is in between the two sides here, but not here? These aren't in the right order, people. We would need this to be marked over here, and it's not.
What was number 12?
What?
What was number 12?
No. Okay. Do you have side angle side for number 14?
Yes.
And then do you have angle side for number 15? Okay. The hypotenuses are congruent, but do you have any information about the legs being congruent?
We need that too.
What?
I'm not paying attention to hypothesis.
Me neither.
Okay. How important is attention to detail?
Bueno.
Super duper important.
Boy.
So when you do pages 7 and 8, please pay attention to detail. Hey,